Once upon a time, in a land where white, fluffy clouds hugged the mountain peaks, there was a tiny town. In the very heart of this town sat a small train station, surrounded by colorful flowers that danced whenever the breeze blew. Every morning, a gentle puff of smoke would rise into the sky, announcing that a special friend was arriving. Then, a soft whistle would echo through the streets. Choo-choo! The children would run to their windows with smiles on their faces. The station chief, a kind man named Mr. Burhan, would stand on the platform with his bright red flag, ready to welcome Lale the Locomotive. On a beautiful spring morning, a little girl named Sude was waiting at the station with her family. Sude had curious eyes and a heart full of excitement. Today was a big day. She was going on a long journey to the big city. "Will we get on the train soon, Mommy?" she asked softly. Her mother smiled and patted her hand. "Very soon, dear. Just listen." Then they heard it. A rhythmic chuff, chuff, chuff grew louder and louder. Lale the locomotive glided into the station, her brass shining in the sun. Sude stepped onto the train, clutching her small bag. Inside, the carriage smelled of warm wood and old books. The seats were soft like velvet, and the large windows felt like magic portals to another world. With a gentle tug, the train began to move. Clack-clack, clack-clack. The wagons rocked back and forth, just like a cradle. Sude watched as her little town disappeared behind the hills. Through the window, she saw endless fields of golden wheat, forests with deep green shadows, and a river that shimmered like a silver ribbon under the sun. The other passengers were whispering quietly, sharing snacks and stories. Sude leaned her head against the cool glass and whispered, "What a beautiful adventure this is." Suddenly, the train began to slow down. And then it came to a soft, sighing stop. There was some maintenance work on the tracks ahead. While some passengers looked worried, Mr. Burhan stepped out and smiled. Sude and her mother stepped off the train for a moment. They walked under the shade of giant oak trees near the tracks. Sude breathed in the scent of fresh pine and listened to the birds singing hidden songs in the branches. This little pause felt like a gift. It washed away the tiredness of the long road. Sude realized that sometimes life stands still for a moment, just so we can discover the beauty right in front of us. Soon, the whistle blew again. Choo-choo! It was time to go. The engine hummed with power, and Lale the locomotive began to glide once more through the meadows. Sude looked back and saw the workers waving goodbye with big smiles as the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and violet. The big city appeared on the horizon. There were tall buildings and busy streets, but Sude noticed something special. Even there, by the side of the tracks, were the same colorful flowers she had seen in her own town. "No matter where we go," her mother whispered, "we can always find beauty if we look for it." The train finally reached the platform, and and came to a restful stop. The passengers gathered their bags, feeling tired but very happy, as Lale the Locomotive took a deep breath to rest before her journey back. Sude waved at Mr. Burhan. He tipped his hat and called out, "New stories are waiting for you along the tracks." Now, the stars are beginning to shine like tiny lanterns in the sky. The little train is resting in the station, and it is time for you to find your own station of dreams. 3 apples fell from the sky. 1 for the little travelers listening to this tale. 1 for the parents guiding the way. And 1 for Lale, the brave and patient locomotive. Good night, little dreamer. Safe travels in your dreams.